Imagine this. You go to work, you put in your hours, you expect your paycheck, and the IRS takes not just your paycheck, but your wife's paycheck too. Then they empty every bank account you have. Yours, hers, they even took the kid's birthday money. That's exactly what happened to my client. He owed the IRS over $159,000, and the IRS took everything, like the Grinch that stole Christmas. Today, I'm going to show you how I got back everything they took and had the IRS agree that this couple would not have to pay any of the tax debt. What's up, guys? Corey Hankerson here from Legacy Tax, and they call me the Levy King. And if the IRS took your check, the Levy King will get it back. If you're struggling with tax debt, I want you to click the link in the description or go to www.levyking.com to find out if you qualify for the same type of relief my clients just received. Today, we got another Wednesday win, but this case has got a little bit of a twist. You see, my client is a truck driver, self-employed, owns his own truck. He spends a lot of time away from home and away from his wife, who's a school teacher. You see, the husband never told his wife about the huge tax debt. That's always a no-no, a big fat no-no. He thought he could handle it on his own and avoid a huge fight if his wife found out that they were deep in debt to the IRS. But with over $159,722 on the line, that's not just being irresponsible, it's being kind of reckless. Keeping it a secret wasn't protecting his family, it was putting them in danger. Then came the revenue officer. And let me tell you, when the RO gets involved, the gloves come off. The RO started calling around to third parties. He even called the wife's HR department at her. And that is how she found out about the tax debt. That's not enforcement, that's public humiliation. And when the RO showed up at their home unannounced, it was no way he could keep the secret. By the time I got involved, the damage was already done. The IRS had levied his wages, her wages, and drained their bank account. The RO wouldn't release the wage levy unless the trucker and the teacher agreed to a $1,300 a month installment agreement. If they agreed to the $1,300 monthly payment, the couple couldn't afford to be able to pay their bills. So the choice was that they either pay the IRS or they pay the mortgage, pay the tax debt or put gas in the truck. If they didn't pay the RO, he wouldn't release the levy. But if they didn't put gas in the truck, it wouldn't really matter anyway because he couldn't make any money. That's not a payment plan. That's financial extortion. You're not paying down your tax debt. You're just renting back your own paycheck from the IRS. It's like having a job without income or a marriage without trust. Every dollar was intercepted before they could even buy groceries or keep the lights on. You see, the husband was self-employed, and the rules are a little bit different from self-employed people than they are for W-2 earners. When you're a W-2 employee, the IRS can only levy a percentage of your paycheck. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a large percentage, but they're still required to leave you with something to live off of. But when you're self-employed, the IRS can literally levy 100% of your income, leaving you with nothing. So, step one, I secured a levy release. That means their paychecks came back, their bank accounts were unfrozen, and they could finally breathe. Here's how I did it. I started this case like I started every case. I reached out to the IRS and obtained all the information that they have on the client. I'm talking about documents, tax returns, notes, everything. Remember how I told you that the RO had begun to contact third parties? Well, the revenue officer had reached out to the wife's job regarding the tax debt. But I noticed that the RO had not given the proper notice of intent to contact third parties. They are required to provide notice before they start spreading your business all over town. So I'm like, false start, flag on the play, and the RO agrees to release the levy. Step two, I filed the financials. IRS Form 433A, line by line, proving they couldn't pay the $159,000 in tax debt and also afford to live life. Step three, I got the case closed as currently not collectible. That's not a loophole, that's tax law. The IRS itself recognizes when taxpayers simply cannot pay, not don't want to pay, but cannot pay. That's like pressing pause on the IRS collection machine. It shuts down the garnishments, the levies, all of it. At the end of the day, all levies were released and the clients didn't have to pay anything to the IRS. It's like getting hit with a knockout punch, but you're the one still standing when the bell rings. The lesson here is simple. If you owe back taxes, You can't hide from it. You can't hide from the IRS. You definitely can't fight them alone. His silence almost destroyed this family financially, and it almost destroyed their marriage. The wife told me that they were a couple of months away from losing everything: the house, the cars, savings, all of it. The trucker thought he could protect his family by handling things all by himself, but that's not protection. That's self destruction. But with the right representation, we stopped the bleeding, got the levies released, and shut the case down. And that's not just a win, that's a Wednesday win. That's it for this week, guys. Talk to you later.
1877 Levy King, Levy Levy King, 1877 Levy King, levyking.com.
Owe back taxes to the IRS? Call the Levy King. He's the best. 877 Levy King, levyking.com.
1877 Levy King, levyking.com.